Sampson, another product of the Nightmare Factory, coming to us directly from Lou Spector's camp. Not a guy that you want to mess with.
Yeah, Lou Spector may be devious, but he knows how to recruit talent. And the big man, Luke Sampson, I mean, when Cody Rhodes compliments you on social media saying he is outstanding using that quote, I mean, you're doing something right.
You certainly are, but when you align yourself with Lou Spector, you really gotta have your ducks in order.
Yeah, you start questioning whether I'm doing the right thing if you're aligning with Lou Spector.
Toughest man in the room. Crowd doesn't seem to like that, though.
The crowd's not buying it, even though I would. I mean, Luke Sampson's a big man, very athletic, and has taken to wrestling so quickly.
The hometown boy about to make his entrance, Tyler. The place always goes wild when the natural Chase Stevens shows up.
Yeah, it erupts. I mean, the natural Chase Stevens, what a reputation. I mean, he was NWA Tag Team Champion. We've said it on numerous occasions. I mean, the reputation precedes himself. A lot of things that people don't realize when looking into Chase Stevens' career, he's got educated hands. He had a boxing background in high school, Chris.
Boxing background. I mean, they don't call him the natural for nothing, Tyler. He's got natural ability in the ring and in different styles. He's very versatile. There he is.
Yeah, you can tell by that reaction. Here comes Chase Stevens. He looks ready, but so does Sampson. He doesn't look too enthused about the reaction that Stevens is receiving.
This is going to be one that everybody is going to want to keep their eyes on. What a match between the veteran and the up-and-comer, Luke Sampson, and the natural, Chase Stevens.
Yeah, and Stevens is not a small man, but Sampson's got the height advantage, showing just his physical presence. But look at Stevens. I mean, he's faced a lot of bigger men throughout his illustrious career. And Luke Sampson, I mean, has taken to the sport so well and so abruptly. Luke Sampson, if he can get the victory over a man that was the international champion, we know the Beast Man had defeated him in a just violent match back at Summer Glory. And I know Luke Sampson would love nothing more than to add another loss to the stats for Stevens.
He certainly would, but, Chase Stevens is itching for a win, like you said, dropping that CCW International Championship back at Summer Glory to Beast Man. Chase was the first ever international champion, had a 330-day reign with it. He's got to get back on the winning track.
He wants to get the victories back on his side, to your point. And look at Stevens. I mean, Sampson's backing away. I'm a little bit surprised in a way, but Sampson is being smart, maybe not rushing things. I mean, he knows just how good Stevens is. But, let's take nothing away from Luke Sampson.
Sampson is certainly the more methodical of the two. Chase trying to keep the pace quick on this one. He's been around the block, like we said, a 24-year veteran. He's seen it all in the business. So you gotta throw your hat to Chase on this one from a prediction standpoint.
You do, collar, elbow, tie up, and this will be interesting because I believe Sampson will have the power advantage, even though Chase is strong. And a quick uppercut, it's quick offense, then he goes outside the ring. So very fascinating to see the strategy Sampson's shown already in the early stages of this match.
Well, I mentioned just a minute ago, it's like these guys are just trying to make me sound wrong, everything out of my mouth. I said that Sampson was going to be methodical, but he used his quickness right there to get out of dodge.
And Chase Stevens, he's not happy. He's not happy with one of the fans.
I don't know what Chase is doing here. I don't know. He normally, like I said, he's a veteran. He doesn't let things get inside of his head, but he's messing with a fan there. It could be that loss is in the back of his head to Beastman back at Summer Glory.
I think the Beastman has got inside of his head. And, hey, we talked about the connection. Lou Spector, that's one of his guys.
Absolutely.
And they're, I mean, Chase Stevens is not happy. He's not very pleased with this fan, but he better keep his eyes on the prize right now. Don't have to be about a title. He's got Luke Sampson to worry about, with all due respect.
Absolutely, he does. Chase Stevens he's getting into it with this fan, but like you said, Luke Sampson is the target here. He needs to get back on the winning trail.
Yeah, and now it's a chess match because it's back to that lockup. And Luke Sampson with the big slap.
Sampson is back to the outside again. I tell you, a lot of things are just getting in Chase Stevens' head here. He's a veteran of the ring, and I'm honestly surprised, Tyler, that he's letting these things get to him.
Me as well, but it's all playing to the strength mentally of Luke Sampson, because to me, Sampson is on his way. If Chase Stevens cannot regroup in the proper way, then he's not helping his cause currently.
Certainly is, and Luke Sampson, he's a good guy, don't get me wrong. Maybe he's just fallen under the spell of Lou Spector. He's a good guy, but, Chase is really, I just don't know what's happening here. I'm really perplexed.
He's been conflicted, I think, so another word that would relate to what you just said, Chris. And Luke Sampson, is Stevens happy with the count out? I think he's not. He's just trying to maybe win the psychological war with Sampson a little bit, but it's just, I'm with you. I'm misunderstanding and kind of not comprehending the approach by the natural. It's just not him.
I'm not sure what's happening here, but we'd like to get this action underway a little bit here, but Chase is just, the fans are really dictating this one, Tyler.
Yeah, the crowds, they're ready for some action, and both these guys are not in a hurry. Stevens is letting the people get inside of his head. It's very unusual. I know it can happen. And they just go back to, well, now Sampson changed it up with the side headlock. I was going to say the collar elbow tie-up, and Sampson trying to win the position battle with his opposition.
Oh, forearm shots to the side here.
That's a way to loosen up the side headlock. And look at Sampson. He's very athletic. Went to Florida State University.
Oh!
And he's just having his way with Stevens. We've seen him run away, where I think it's confusing the natural.
Well, that's exactly what I was going to say, Tyler. I don't know that it's as much Sampson is running away as he now realizes this is getting inside of the natural's head, so he's going to continue to do it.
Yeah, and Stevens going back to the outside of the ring, and, Sampson, you would think he's more the veteran in this situation. I never thought we would say that, but the behavior of Chase Stevens has been very peculiar lately.
It certainly has, Tyler, and I don't know what to make of it. That loss to Beastman is really shaking him, dropping that international championship like we talked about earlier.
Oh, it has. Something seems not right with Stevens, and he's getting back into the ring. He's going to have to if he wants to get a win back. And Sampson is hungry. We talked about how he would love nothing more than to add to the win column on his stats for the last territory.
The crowd is getting in this one.
They are. They're bringing the energy level up because, Stevens and Sampson are both taking their time, which I'm all for, but it's been a very bizarre beginning. And now the go behind, maybe full Nelson into a snapmare. And here comes the natural with a little flurry of offense.
Sampson's back in the ropes now.
Sampson claims he pulled those long blonde locks of his hair.
I don't know. Really just trying to get in each other's head here, I think.
That's all it is. That's all what I surmise of this circumstance. And once again, Stevens is jawing with the crowd. I don't get it. And Sampson just is waiting in the ring.
It's the best thing he can do, Tyler. Don't go after him. Just wait on him.
Might as well.
Either going to get himself counted out, or you're just going to, regain your strength and your stamina and be ready to go.
Yeah, that's a great point. Don't expend too much energy. And we're seeing Stevens come at him like he did in the beginning of the matchup, and he takes him down. Here's a pinning combination, maybe a submission hold from our vantage point.
Looks like he's going for a side headlock, but he's got the arm locked in there, Tyler.
Yeah, very unique positioning. That's why I got you as my broadcast partner. It was just kind of hard to tell from where I was sitting, but that's exactly what he's got applied to Luke Sampson.
Sampson's got his arm free now, traditional headlock. Back to a vertical base. Back to the ropes. Here we go.
Kind of breaking up from all the submissions.
Shoulder tackle by the natural, off the ropes. Here we go.
Yeah, jumps over him, showing his athletic ability. An uppercut. And the bigger man, Sampson, goes down. And now this looks more like the natural we're used to seeing.
That is exactly right. Sampson backing his way into the ropes again. Referee is backing off the natural here.
Yeah, even the referee, it's tense in there. But, trying to get everything calmed down is not an easy task. Sampson claiming he pulled his tights. Now first it was the hair, now it's the tights.
Okay, maybe Sampson's getting frustrated now. Like, it looked like the natural was getting frustrated early, and now the tables have turned.
I think they have. I think now Luke Sampson's doing what Chase Stevens was doing prior.
I think he is, Tyler. I think we're seeing too much belly aching going on here and not enough wrestling.
Yeah, that's why I think the fans are getting a little bit agitated, because we've seen so much action-packed matches, but they have to understand this is kind of an old-school way, too. I mean, it's not always you're going at a fast pace. It's very methodical, which works for Sampson, to your point earlier, but now he used the knee to the upper midsection of the natural, and we're seeing Luke Sampson take control with the forearm. And now Chase Stevens responds. And Chase Stevens, we talked about the educated hands. They're coming in as a factor.
Big right hands here by the natural. Here we go. Oh, my goodness. He's going to suplex him on the floor. Nope. Sampson's going to block it. You going to try to reverse it? Nope.
What's going to happen?
Here we go. Oh, a suplex on the floor. I tell you what, Tyler, I don't know who got the worst of that. That was a devastating move.
It was. I don't know who got the worst of it either. Both athletes, had to take a bad fall on that concrete. I know there's padding, but that's unforgiving when you're on the outside of the ring. It's bad enough on the canvas, but especially the concrete here at Redcon 1 Gym. And we talk about high-risk maneuvers. Well, that you take a risk anytime you're doing that. Here's a cover.
2 count only. You got to think, Tyler, that devastating suplex took a lot out of Sampson, but of course had a devastating effect on Chase Stevens.
Oh, it had to affect Stevens, and now we're seeing the aggressive approach. Why not hook the leg, with the lateral press and pin him? That's the object you're trying to win, but it's just going to take a lot more. Stevens, now he's responding like only Chase Stevens can do with those hands.
Oh my goodness, here he comes, a flurry of offense.
Nails him with the forearm and chops the big man down, and Stevens is no small man himself, but Luke Sampson just the sheer size of him. The big hoss here.
Big foot to the face, coming out of the corner, big clothesline.
Well, that'll stop any kind of offense that Stevens has momentarily, at least. That was a big momentum changer.
Thought he was coming back. He was wrong. The cover, 1, 2, not enough to put the Natural away.
You just can't keep Chase Stevens down, just like you're saying, Chris.
And even when he's down, look, he's throwing shots at him. Even when he's down, those kicks and punches, trying to get himself back into this match.
Yeah, he'll fight on his knees. And Luke Sampson tumbled down head first to the mat, actually fell down, pardon me. And I mean, it's just amazing what Chase Stevens can do.
Here we go. Picks him up. Scoop slam on the big man.
He's hitting the ropes, trying to drop that elbow, but nobody's home. Luke Sampson out of instinct. I don't know that he knows where he was.
You're 100% right on that one, Tyler. He's got good instincts, this Luke Sampson, though.
He does.
Big time knee lift.
Yeah, he got some hang time. We thought Air Jordy did, which, but for the big man to get a knee up.
Oh, I don't know if that cover's going to work, Tyler. That was awful cocky from the big man.
Yeah, too confident, nonchalant. That's not the way you win a match. And now he's paying the price with the knife-edge chops and the punches. I mean, just all kinds of offense coming from one of the Music City's own and Chase Stevens. And Luke Sampson took a whiplash into the turnbuckle back first, and both men have been spun a little bit. I mean, ever since the match settled down, they have punished each other.
They've expended a lot of energy in this one, Tyler, that's for sure. Oh, a nice jawbreaker by Sampson to break the grip of the Natural. Let's see. Hooks him. DDT. Nice move.
He planted him.
But still only a 2 count.
You would have thought the DDT would have finished off Chase Stevens, but
it's finished off a lot of guys over the years, Tyler.
Yeah, I mean, think about Jake the Snake Roberts. You talked about AA Arn Anderson, but Chase Stevens, it's going to take more than even mentioning those legendary names, and even Luke Sampson, who's going to be a future legend like Stevens. And he shoved the referee.
That's a 3 count. He got him.
Won the match. That happened so fast from my vantage point, but the Natural did it. He beat Luke Sampson.
Chase Stevens got him with a roll-up.
He came out of nowhere with it, even surprising me.
That's what happens when you, again, we talked throughout this whole match. It was the theme of the whole match. Getting in each other's head. Being able to suppress all of those distractions. Well, Sampson got into it with the referee there, and the referee, hey, don't put your hands on the ref. He was just fighting back. Chase Stevens took advantage of it.
Yeah, you don't ever put your hands on the official, and that's a price you do pay to your astute observation there, Chris.
Chase Stevens celebrating with the people here on his way out. Yeah, the Natural getting a much-needed win here in CCW.
Yeah, Stevens needed that victory after losing to the Beast Man. It's just glad to see him rebound. He seems to be in a better place, and a win will help you do that, your mental space altogether.
Absolutely. You get the 1, 2, 3 in the squared circle. It's going to be a good night no matter what.
I think there's going to be some celebration downtown Nashville if anything's open this late.
Oh, Broadway is hopping this late, Tyler, and you can better believe Chase Stevens will be down there celebrating with his fans.
Yeah, he'll probably be doing some karaoke. I don't doubt it.
Hey, sing me some Don't Stop Believin'.